Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Shannon. If you're new here, it would be fun to try and break down personal style. This is a topic that I'm really passionate about because I feel like I kind of went on my own accidental style journey after I had my daughter. Once I became a mom, I really wanted to sort of just refine the way that I dress and the way that I present myself. I want to preface this by saying I am not a stylist. I'm not like some kind of fashion editor or expert. Just a regular person who really likes styling and putting together different looks. I'm also a mom, and I feel like moms sometimes can lose themselves a little bit. I feel like that was something that I was struggling with early in my postpartum. Like, I no longer know who I am. I'm just breastfeeding and covered in different bodily fluids 24/7. I feel like becoming a mom was a big catalyst in sort of my personal journey and kind of figuring out what my style is. I don't think that journey ever ends, but it's been really fun. So I wanted to give you some tips to sort of streamline this for you a little bit, maybe avoid some of the mistakes that I made and save you some money as well. Tip number one, get inspired. So for me, when I was first starting out, I loved Pinterest. I feel like Pinterest is a really good starting point. You can easily pin things and then start recognizing patterns in the things that you keep liking and then figure out what is it about that I like. A really big source of inspiration for me was TV shows and movies. Anytime I would watch a period film or like a historical romance, I always found myself really drawn to the outfits. Of course, like the beautiful Regency dresses and all that, but I feel like I definitely took some inspiration from outfits that I would see on shows like Outlander, old Hollywood films, the silver screen, black and white. Audrey Hepburn comes to mind. She's probably been one of my longest inspirations. I just love the classic style. For me, it just feels really timeless, and so I kept seeing that pattern over and over again. I'm like, okay, I really like long dresses, long skirts, really classic style that feels simple but well thought out. So I just started paying attention to that. A key to this for me is not to overthink it. Just notice what you like. What are you naturally gravitating towards? Make a mental note or write it down or whatever you have to do just so that you can recognize it going forward while you're sort of curating your own personal style. And my second big tip is, how do you feel when you wear something? I feel like as women, we've been told our entire lives, if you're a pear shape, you have to wear this. If you're an apple, you have to wear this. If you're a rectangle, you have to wear this. Sort of lock that away into another compartment in your brain and forget about that for a second. Take all of those rules that you've heard your whole life with a grain of salt and try to pay attention to how you feel in something and lean into that more. My next tip is to experiment for free as much as you can. So go into your closet, try things on, do different combos, things that you wouldn't normally do, and just play around and see how things feel. Different cuts, different hemlines, different silhouettes. If you would normally wear a pair of heels with a skirt, maybe try sneakers or try combat boots or a pair of ballet flats or something different, just to see how you feel, and then you might surprise yourself. You can also do the same thing at stores. Go in, try stuff on. You don't have to buy anything. Take pictures, experiment, and sort of get comfortable with exploring different things. Just take note of what you like and what you dislike. It's also very important to pay attention to what you dislike about something. Then it's just so much easier to keep refining and refining as you go, and you can make better decisions when you're actually shopping. This one is a little bit ironic because I am currently not doing what I'm saying, so do as I say, not as I do. You know, really do whatever you want. But personally, I found once I got my color analysis done, I feel like it really did help sort of clarify something for me. Like, oftentimes I would buy something and I would put it on and I would wear it, and I wanted to like it because it had all the elements of something that I feel like I would like, but for whatever reason it just didn't look right on me. After I got my color analysis done, I was told I need deep winter, and I started incorporating colors in that color palette a lot more, which happened to be colors that I was naturally gravitating towards most of the time anyway. A lot of jewel tones, so like deep teals and blues, black, emerald greens, deep plums and berry shades. For me, it has helped save a lot of money. I have a very clear understanding now of a yes color, a maybe color, and a no color. Do you have to live by your color palette? No, of course not. For me, it's been a lot of positives, but I'm not telling you to go throw out all of your clothes because you found out you're a winter and all of your clothes are spring. It's just a nice little tool to have in your tool belt, and you can use it if you want, but you can also just not use it, and that's fine too. My next tip is to figure out what your outfit formula is. So a combination of items you just feel work on you and you feel good in every single time you wear that combo. So for me, a maxi dress or a maxi skirt, a belt, and boots. That is my combo. I feel the most like myself in. That is what I feel comfortable in. That is what I gravitate towards. I play with other styles all around that, but that is probably my center. Any sort of variation of boots, belts, and a maxi dress or skirt, I just feel like myself, and so that is a formula that I go to time and time again. And if you follow me and you've seen any of my styling videos, you'll know currently belt, dress. I don't have boots on because I'm inside, but if I was going outside, I would have boots on because this is just my formula. For you, that might be something like a blazer, a tank, and a good pair of jeans. Find your combo, and then you can just keep replicating that same style over and over and over again in different ways. Very last tip, and probably the most important one, is to try to remember that you have free will when it comes to what you put on your body. As long as you like how you feel and you feel confident, you feel good about yourself, and it's true, but you're not unsettled about it inside of your own soul at all, anything anyone says to you won't really bother you because it doesn't really matter what anyone else thinks. It's what you like. Some of the things I've noticed that people really don't like that I do all the time is mixing my metals. I really love wearing sterling silver or white gold or platinum with yellow gold. I think it's really fun, but it just doesn't faze me because I like it. It's my body. I get to wear whatever I want. Imagine a world where we all wore the same thing. That wouldn't be very exciting. So it's okay to be different and wear whatever you like. You have free will to wear whatever you want to wear. And I feel like that's very liberating. You don't have to follow some kind of arbitrary rules that were just placed upon you. You can do what you want. It really comes down to just having inner confidence in knowing yourself, and that takes, like I was saying earlier, the experimentation and paying attention to the pattern. Same can be said when it comes to jewelry and hair and makeup. I can make separate videos on all of those. Probably the biggest sort of style evolution that I had in my life was my personal hairstyle and figuring out what works for me and being confident in that and standing in that regardless of what I was being told. Yeah, it's really fun to experiment and play around with different looks to feel out what makes you feel happy. Like I said in the beginning, I'm not some kind of fashion expert. I'm just sharing what worked for me. My personal style has changed a lot over the years and it will continue to change as I get older, and I'm excited for that. Those are my main tips on how to find your own personal style. I really hope that they are helpful for you, and if you like this video, please subscribe. And if you have any other tips at all, please feel free to leave them in the comments below. I really like to treat this as a community. I try to be responsive and talk to you guys as much as I can on all of my platforms, not just here on YouTube, but on Instagram and TikTok as well. Anyway, that's all for now. I will see you in the next one.